How's it going everyone, my name is JJ and in this Pokemon guide I'll be showing you where to do all the in-game trades on Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So on Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green there are a total of 9 in-game trades. For the first one we're going to start off at Cerulean City and we're going to go to the game corner and we're going to purchase ourselves an Abra. On Pokemon Leaf Green it'll cost you 120 coins and on Pokemon Fire Red it'll be 180. So once we've got ourselves an Abra we're going to go to Vermillion City and then we're going to exit the city up towards the north to head towards Route 2. So we're going to go out here and then we're going to go over towards the right hand side and we're going to go ahead and cut down this tree. Once that tree's been cut we're going to head northwards and we're going to go past all these little ledges and Pokeballs into this route connector. We're then going to go out the other side, still on Route 2, keep going north, cut down this next tree and you can now see a house in front of us. We're going to go ahead and go inside this house and then at the back of this house will be a guy on his Game Boy. If we go ahead and speak to him, he'll want to trade us a Mr. Mime for our Abra. So we're going to go ahead, select our Abra and we're going to receive a Mr. Mime in return, which we're just going to go ahead and see now. Here is the Mr. Mime. Next up we're going to go to Route 5, which is just north of Saffron City, and we're going to get ourselves a Nidoran, male or female. It depends which game you're playing on. If you're playing on Pokemon Leaf Green you're going to trade a female Nidoran for a male Nidoran, and if you're on Pokemon Fire Red it's going to be the opposite. So you're going to be trading a male Nidoran for a female. So I'm playing on Pokemon Leaf Green, so I'm going to be using a female Nidoran. However, if you're playing on Pokemon Fire Red, you will need to be using a male one and you're going to receive the opposite Nidoran to what you've sent. Nevertheless, we're going to now head to Route 11, starting off at Vermillion City, and we're going to exit the city towards the right hand side and go through Route 11 through all the tall grass and trainers, so bear that in mind if you haven't been here already. We're going to go all the way over to the right hand side until we make it to this route connector. Once we're here we're going to go up to the second floor. Now again, this is very similar to the last one. What you're sending depends on the game you're playing. So if you're playing Pokemon Leaf Green you're going to send a Nidorina for a Nidorino, and if you're playing Pokemon Fire Red you're going to send a Nidorino and receiving a Nidorina. So we're on Leaf Green and I'm going to be sending a Nidorina to receive a Nidorino. Our next trade is going to be on Route 18, which is to the left hand side of Fuchsia City. Again, this trade depends on what game you're playing. So head over to Route 18 and now we're going to head up the stairs. What we're going to be getting from this trade is we're going to be getting ourselves a Lickitung. However, if you're playing Pokemon Leaf Green you're going to send this guy a Slowbro, but if you're playing Pokemon Fire Red you're going to need to get yourself a Golduck. Because I am playing Pokemon Leaf Green, I will be sending a Slowbro, and like I said, if you're playing Pokemon Fire Red, you'll need to send a Golduck. However, both games you will receive a Lickitung. Next up, we're going to go to Cerulean City to get ourselves a Jynx. So with Jynx, what we're going to need is a poliwhirl. So from the Pokemon Center, we're going to go over to the left hand side, go into this house and speak to this old man looking at his cabinet at the back. We're going to go ahead and select our poliwhirl and then the trade will commence, and what we will be receiving from this is a Jynx, which we're just going to go ahead and see now. Just let it pop out the Pokeball and there is a Jynx. Next up we're going to Vermillion City and we're going to be getting ourselves Farfetch'd. So go into this house and speak to this little girl. She'll want a Spearow for her Farfetch'd. So go ahead and trade off the Spearow. You can get a Spearow very easily from Route 11, which makes this a little bit easier. Once that's all done, you're going to receive yourself the Farfetch'd, like we can just see here. Next up, we're going to go to Cinnabar Island, where there's 3 different Pokemon we can get from this one location, the Pokemon Lab. We're going to head inside and we're going to go into this first room. Now, we're going to go over towards the right hand side and we're going to speak to this woman. She would like a venonat, and in return we're going to get a tangela, which is a pretty good trade. So go ahead, select your venonat and the trade will commence, and we're now going to receive our tangela. Now the next one is in the exact same room. Go ahead and speak to this old man on the left hand side and he'll want a Raichu for his electrode. So once again, select your raichu, and then the trade will commence. And then in return we're going to get ourselves an electrode. And then finally, the last Pokemon, the last trade we can do is also at the Pokemon lab. We're going to go over towards the left hand side, and we're going to go ahead and speak to this guy in the far room. He would like a ponyta for his seal, so we're going to go ahead and send off our ponyta, and in return we're going to get the seal. That's how to do all the in-game trades on Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. If you're new around here, then I make simple Pokemon guides for all different Pokemon games, so be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye.